The name's David Pierson, proud member of the Confederate States of America. Born and raised in the deep, deep South and in the swamplands of Louisiana. Now, before I start off, I would just like to say that I was not in agreement with the Civil War. I did not believe that the South to go against the Union. Now, the only reason I chose to enlist was because I felt that it was my duty to do so. I mean, either you're with the South or you're against the South. And I definitely knew that I was not against the South. Now, I enlisted in the 3rd Regiment at New Orleans in 1862. Now, when I enlisted, we were ordered to help out the Army of Northern Virginia. Now, well, this took a little time, so we had to go up to Little Rock. So, as we were making our way up to Little Rock, Arkansas, on the trail, we were passing by a river, and by the river we saw this one rifleman, and he was drowning in the water. I guess he couldn't swim. Nah. Luckily, there was 2 fishermen in the river at the same time, and they managed to pull the man out by his dead on hair, and they saved his life. And ever since then, he's been the favorite person in the whole regiment. True story. Now, later on, we reached Little Rock, Arkansas, but as it came to be, General McCullough, he ordered, he had some different orders. He ordered us up to Fort Smith. So, from Little Rock to Fort Smith, it would have been a 14-day walk, 14-day trek. But luckily, we got water transportation, and narrowed the trip time down from 14 days to 3 days. Now, I mean, the water transportation wasn't too much better than walking. I mean, we was like sardines in a box. 200 people for one stove. I mean, people sitting on top of people, barely any room, getting claustrophobic. It smelled terrible. I mean, but thankfully we got there safely without many casualties, so that was good. Now, when we got to Fort Smith, things were starting to look good, There weren't any Union soldiers there, so that was good for us, But, I mean, after that, war was good. I mean, we had enough food to eat. We had warm bed to sleep in. We had enough water. I mean, it was good. Couldn't complain. It wasn't nothing like home now. I'm telling you, it wasn't nothing like home. But it was good. It was good. Now, sadly for myself, I caught what we call measles. Now, these measles, it got the worst of me. Now, as soon as we was about to see action at Fort Smith, I had to go because I had measles. I just wasn't able to fight. They sent me back home to New Orleans. And that's my story about the Civil War. And,